What is up, people, and welcome back to my Rags to Riches F1 2010 to 2014 career mode. This is the career mode where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2010, try and work our way through the ranks and through the teams and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2014. We're currently in the F1 2012 season, so if you have missed any of the previous episodes, go check them out with the card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screens. And if you want to get to grips with all of the rules of this series, then you can go check those out down in the description as well. Looking at the standings after 6 rounds of the 2012 championship in P6, 36 points on board, and that is a Sauber seat for F1 2013. Pretty good as so far, but we'll be looking to try and improve on that as the season goes on. We want to drive for someone other than Sauber because we have already done that. Emails before today's race, so teammate challenge, outrace Paul Drester 4-2. We came back at him in the out-qualified in the fastest laps last time around at Monaco, and then championship points is 36-8. It wasn't a good race at Monaco, even though we got a points finish. I should have got so much more. I was really struggling with the back end of that car. It was slipping out all over the place, sliding left, right and centre, and in the end it just was too much for us. We went into a barrier and we lost so many positions, so I'm very frustrated that that has happened. Don't need to look at that. Don't need to look at the tyre wear, although the pole position was sent by Jens Spartan. I thought they said fastest lap then. I was like, I'm sure he crashed out. And then tyre wear was probably bad. I'm not too sure. I don't really care about that too much. And information about Montreal is going to be nice and dry across the whole race weekend. Qualifying 10th, finish the race in 7th. Hopefully we can do that. So without any further ado, let's head over to the race weekend for the Canadian Grand Prix. Here we go then, one-shot qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix. I've made some setup changes, so hopefully that'll be good enough to set me on my merry way and get a decent qualifying position here today. Right, down in towards turn 1, and let's see what we can do on this lap. Look at that, purple through sector 1 by a whole second. That is incredible, absolutely incredible stuff here at the Canadian Grand Prix so far. Here we come then, down into the final corner for our first lap in this one-shot qualifying in Q1. And I've ridden the curbs quite a lot there. That's lost me a lot of time. Slowed down very much across the curbs. But down towards the line, is it going to be good enough to get into Q2? Yes, it is. Just about there. Faster than Bruno Senna. We lost out so much time in that final sector because I rode the curb too much. And obviously on this game, it slows you down. If you go off the circuit, it will slow you down. Look, I'll show you for example. Let's go onto the grass and watch the car. Watch the engine. Ready? There we go. See, did you hear it cut out? It cuts out. That's what happens, and that's what happened when we went into the curb. So we lost so much time. But that's it for Q1. Let's head into Q2. Here we go then. One-shot qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix here in Q2. I keep on saying it's one shot, even though we have 3 qualifying sessions. I don't know why I keep doing that, but let's just stick with it for now. Right, in towards turn 1. Nice and tidy. We want tidier in turn 2 than we had last time. Perfect. Perfect line there through turn 2 and setting us up very nicely here on this lap. Purple so far through sectors 1 and 2. Losing out a little bit of time in sector 2 compared to the other drivers, but it's still good enough for P1 at the moment. As long as we can sort out this final chicane, then we may have a chance to get into the top 10. Let's wait and see though. Down in towards this final chicane. Braking now. Get the car turned in. Right, then left. Riding the curbs. DRS open. Down towards the line. Taking the shorter route towards the line. Is it going to be good enough? Yes, it is. There we go. And it is P1 as well. By 2/10 of a second. Into Q3 for the second time this season as well. That's brilliant. That's absolutely amazing. Paul Drester gets knocked out in P14. Massa getting knocked out in P15 with Kimi Räikkönen also knocked out. So is Nico Rosberg. So not very good for those drivers. But getting into Q3 for the second time this season. Very happy with that. And hopefully we can now go on to get pole position at the Canadian Grand Prix. A track where I got my first ever pole position in my career, which was absolutely amazing in F1 2010. Hopefully we can do something similar here today. Here we go then, one-shot qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix here in Q3, the top 10 shootout. What can we do here today in this top 10 shootout? Can we be on for pole position? Let's find out as we go very nice and tidy through turn 1 and turn 2. Not the best compared to how we did it through Q2, but still very much on the pace at the moment. Here we go then, in towards the final chicane here in this hot lap in Q3. Flicking it through the right, then over the curb on the left, hitting the barrier a little bit on the right. That's not going to help us out, but down towards the line. Is it good enough for pole position? No, it's not. It's only good enough for P5. It's still a pretty decent result though. P5 in this F1 2012 season. A fantastic result in qualifying, beating my teammate for the second time this season, and getting in P5 is a fantastic result. We beat the likes of Jenson Button, Roman Grosjean by 4 thousandths of a second, mind you. We weren't too far off the time of Mark Webber, but Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton were just lightning quick here today. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to keep up with either of those two drivers. But Sebastian Vettel is our pole man for today, with Lewis Hamilton second, Fernando Alonso in third, Mark Webber fourth, myself in fifth, with Roman Grosjean in sixth, Jenson Button in seventh, Sergio Perez in eighth, with Pastor Maldonado in ninth, and Michael Schumacher in 10th place. So a good qualifying session here today. Can we convert that into our first podium of the season? Let's find out as we head over to the race for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's race day here at the Canadian Grand Prix as we qualified in a fantastic 5th position for today's race. The team wants me to get my first podium of the season. I want me to get my first podium of the season. It's a long time coming. Okay, we should have got it in Monaco. We maybe should have got it in other races. Definitely China. I think we should have got a podium there because we had some fantastic pace in that race. Looking at the teammate challenge, we are clawing back the out-qualified on Paul di Resta. Hopefully, we can actually beat him on that one. Race strategy for today. We have to start on our option tyres. We don't actually get a choice. Or do we get a choice? Okay, we do get a choice. Okay, that's a bit weird. Not too sure why that is, but we do get a choice. Although we will be starting on a fresh set of option tyres anyway. Although those are damaged. We've got a damaged set of option tyres, so I'm not too sure why that is. We didn't puncture any at all. So, yeah, we're starting those option tyres. Pit for the primes on about lap 8. And we'll see how this race goes. 0% chance of rain. So, without any further ado, let's head down to the track and get today's race underway. Sebastian Vettel is our pole man for today's race, with Lewis Hamilton alongside him in second. Then there is myself in P5 on the grid. A good qualifying session from me, with Paul di Resta getting knocked out in Q2 way down the field there. So what can we do in today's race? Can we get our first podium of the season? As the lights come on now, it's 5 red lights. It is lights out and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a great start compared to Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton as we jump up in towards maybe the lead of the race, batting with Sebastian Vettel now. We've got Lewis Hamilton on the right-hand side, a good exit out of turn 2, and there we go, lightning quick off the line, up into the lead of the race, but can we hold on to it? I have got all of these guys on my tail at the moment, so I'm going to go very defensive down in towards this chicane. Sebastian Vettel though, oh no, actually faster in a straight line compared to Sebastian Vettel. Beautiful. I like the side of that then. That means I can stay ahead of him as we go in towards the final chicane. The Wall of Champions there, and we stay ahead of Sebastian Vettel. That's going to be really good. That's going to really help us in this race to stay ahead of Sebastian Vettel down the straights. Oh, there's a big cluster of cars there in the Sector 2. You can just see it on the mini-map in the bottom left. There's a whole lot of cars that have had a collision. Yellow flag is out. I'm not too sure whether the safety car will come out or not. It would have been out by now if it was going to be deployed. But, yeah, not too sure what on earth all those cars are doing. Crashing into each other down there as we go set the fast lap of the race so far. But this is second lap, so that's not really going to count. Sebastian Vettel has actually caught up quite a lot to me in this race. So I do have to be aware of that. He is literally on my tail. He is the only one at the moment that I can see realistically fighting with me for the win in this race. I was hoping I'd have an easy one like we had in Korea, like we had in other races so far in my career, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Sebastian Vettel will be putting a lot of pressure on me here today. Oh, he's dived it up the inside there. Was not expecting that from Sebastian Vettel. He saw a gap, put himself side by side with myself, and now he is going to get DRS on me. Where's he going to go though? Left-hand side? That's fine with me. I'm going to get the inside line. I'm going to try and brake later than you if I can. Up the inside in towards the chicane. And there we go. Job done on Sebastian Vettel, holding on to the lead of this race. But the more we battle, the more the other guys are going to catch up to us, Seb. So the best thing for you to do is just back off, mate. Back off, and we can come home 1-2. How's that sound? Yeah? No? Okay, maybe not. Right, everybody, in my opinion, is going to be filing into the pit lane on the next lap. So we are going to do something a little bit different here. And we're actually going to be coming into the pits on this lap right now. So Sebastian Vettel, don't worry about overtaking me. I'm coming into the pits anyway for an early pit stop, 1 lap earlier than we are supposed to come into the pits. And this strategy will hopefully work. Doing the undercut will hopefully work. It means we won't be held up by anybody else coming into the pit lane. It's a 3.7 second stop. Not the quickest there, but we are going to come out just behind my teammate of Paul di Resta in P13. So that is not too bad at the end of the day. And we're going to push on these new set of tyres and try and get back out into the lead of the race. Right, who is going to be coming into the pits on this lap? I've got Paul di Resta right ahead of me at the moment. He doesn't come into the pit lane, so my teammate will be coming into the pits on the next lap. There's a lot of drivers into the pits right now, and I am going to get past all of these guys, including Sebastian Vettel. So there we go, up into P7. Job done. Into the lead of the race, hopefully, unless Mark Webber has anything special up his sleeve. Right on the tail now of my teammate Paul di Resta, who's going to help me out massively, as he will be giving me DRS down in towards this chicane. I don't have to worry about overtaking him because he will be coming into the pits anyway. So we're just going to follow in the slipstream, use the DRS to our advantage, brake for the... No, he's staying out. Okay, Paul di Resta decided... No, he's on a different set of tyres. That is why. Paul di Resta going for a different strategy here today. And we're out in P2, so we don't really have to worry about anybody else in this race anymore. But we do need to start saving fuel because we're on -1 lap of fuel at the moment because we were pushing like hell on our outlap. So we're going to go down in towards the lead mix at the moment. Keep behind Paul di Resta. We don't have to worry about him. All we need to worry about is Sebastian Vettel behind us and Mark Webber. Mark Webber directly behind us at the moment. So actually he did the overcut, sorry, on Sebastian Vettel. So well done to Mark Webber on doing that. But can we get past Paul di Resta, who is we're currently running a Force India 1-2 at the moment, which is absolutely incredible. I know it's not going to stay like this, but it's still pretty incredible to see a lovely Force India 1-2 with me and Paul di Resta. Right, Paul di Resta should surely be coming into the pits on this lap now. And yeah, there he goes. He finally comes into the pit lane. And I can push like hell in the lead of today's race. I'm probably going to get about 2 laps before Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber start to catch up to me. Right then, here goes Sebastian Vettel using DRS and slipstream. It's finally that time where he's going to try and overtake me in this race. But he's just not close enough to do so right now. Oh, that's not a good line through the final chicane. A little bit of a bump against the wall there. And Sebastian Vettel will probably try again down in towards turn 1. But he's just not close enough yet to go for the overtake. Oh, there's a slight collision behind me. Something's happened back there. Hopefully, one of those guys has lost their front wing. Somebody's lost their front wing. Look, going very slowly in the background. And that's good news for me. Here he goes again. Sebastian Vettel using slipstream, using DRS. It might not actually be enough. No, it's not. It's not going to be enough for Sebastian Vettel to go for the overtake, as we just about get the job done into the chicane. But not a good line through there. Was his front wing inside me, or was he so close up behind me that it just looked like it was inside me? Because that was close. That was very, very close between the two of us. Oh, no, 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 no. Back end. Do not quit on me in the final couple of laps again. Otherwise, this controller will go through the window. I've been leading for 15 laps. I'm not going to throw it away now. Right, he's a lot closer to me this time around is Sebastian Vettel. Where's he going to go? Left-hand side? Yes, he does. We're going to have to use our powers of outbraking Vettel as we go up the inside in towards the chicane. Oh, Mark Webber getting involved as well. Are you kidding me, Mark? Are you kidding me? Like, where on earth did you come from, mate? Like, Mark, like a bulldozer going straight over the curbs and just cuts across me. There was no way he was getting that car slowed down into that corner. That is just madness from Mark Webber, right? Flashback City, flashback City. Come on. We are not losing this position to Sebastian Vettel. Up the inside. Okay, Sebastian Vettel can brake very, very late into that corner for some reason. I want to know what sort of wizardry that was, because he didn't even brake at all for that corner. So I don't know how he managed to do that. But we just have to wait and see. In towards turn 2. I might have a chance through sector 1. That's where I'm quickest. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be possible. Oh, great one, Mark. You've got into the back of me. You've actually crashed into the back of me there and broken your front wing. Nice one. Nice one, Mark. Someone obviously can't drive. Right, here he comes. Down in towards the chicane. Is he going to go for the overtake? He is, but where is he going to go? Left-hand side. Brake at the 100-meter board. Get the car turned in. Come on. Nope, I've overshot the chicane. And he's gone. Great. Now I've been demoted down into P3. Beautiful. Okay, right. See you later, Mark Webber. He's going to go defensive, though, so I might have an opportunity down in towards turn 1. Round the outside, braking later than Mark Webber. Can I get something in towards turn 2? Up the inside, possibly. Mark running it out wide. It's going to make it 3 wide between a lot of us using a lot of curves. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do this. Yes. Holding on to P2. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. You are staying behind me, Mark Webber. I am not giving up on this position. Oh, no. I'm minus 1 lap of fuel. We need to put it down to lean mix. Oh, no. This could be bad. Guys, can we not, please? Can we not make an orderly queue behind me? Defensive. Defensive line. Defensive line. Nice and slow through the hairpin. Nice and slow. Now pounce. Out. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Using curves. We are not in optimal. Come on. We need to make that back into optimal. Oh, no. Oh, no. Grosjean. Grosjean. No, you're not going to the right. I'm on the right. I'm taking the defensive line. Okay, I'm going to move back onto the racing line now. Into the final corner. Sebastian Vettel wins the race. Through the final corner. No, don't run out fuel. Come on. Come on. Mark Webber, no. Defensive. Defensive. Yes! Podium! Woohoo! Oh my god, they kept me on the edge of my seat throughout the whole entire race, but I have finally done it. Oh, yes! We have finally got a podium in the 2012 season. Oh, that took a long time coming. Oh my god, they put me right to the wire today, but I did not give in. I was not giving in to those guys, and I don't even know how our fastest lap was only a 1:17.6, whereas Paul di Resta could even set a 1:16.1. I guess because he was on the option tyres at the end, but the car, again, I'm just not confident in this car. In the 2012 car, I just do not feel confident at all going fast with a heavy fuel load. In qualifying, you know, if I mess up, who cares? I'm at the back of the grid. If the race, if I fuck up, then that's it. I've lost points. And the points mean something. I don't care about qualifying. I care about the race. But, yeah, let's not focus on the negatives. P2, a podium finally in the 2012 season. That takes our podium count up to 14, I believe, for the Rags to Riches so far. Sebastian Vettel won today's race. I was hoping to get the race win here today, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Finishing in second, though, still a really good result, with Mark Webber just losing out to us in third, with Michael Schumacher in the end finishing fourth, Roman Grosjean fifth, Kimi Räikkönen sixth, Felipe Massa seventh, Jenson Button in eighth, with Pastor Maldonado in ninth, and Nico Rosberg in 10th place, with Lewis Hamilton missing out on the points here today. Paul di Resta also just missing out, and Fernando Alonso way down in 16th place as well. Our two DNFs were both the Sauber drivers of Sergio Perez and Kamui Kobayashi, so not a good day for either of those two. Let's look at the Drivers' Championship then, and we're still in 6th place. We've moved further away from Kimi Räikkönen and Roman Grosjean, closer to Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton, but it's quite close between the top top five at the moment, with Fernando Alonso currently leading the championship, but with that win for Sebastian Vettel, he is certainly closing up the gap at the moment. So can he beat Fernando Alonso for the championship? We'll just have to wait and see. Looking at the constructors now, we are still in P6, but right on the tail of Mercedes and not too far from the Lotus team as well, so be hoping to catch up to both of those guys as the season goes on. But that's it for the Canadian Grand Prix. If you have enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash a like on today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for daily Formula One content, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. But I'll see you next time at the Valencian Grand Prix, the final Valencian Grand Prix of this Rags to Riches series, a track which I absolutely adore, so hopefully we can get a fantastic result at that circuit. But until then, it's goodbye from me.